Okay, so in today's session, we are going to go through pagination. I started doing this session live, and then the recording was taking 40 plus minutes, and I decided just to do a quick recap of everything so you don't have to watch me go through all the code. So I already have it working. This is the end result of the pagination. Um, you can see here it already works. I can page through, go to the different pages. I can go to first page, go to the last page. At any rate, so let's go through the code to see all the things I did. First thing to show you, so I made a pagination component and I have it inside of so here's the search widget. On the left hand side, I have the facets. In the right column, I have the search results component. And then I put my pagination component inside of here. So you'll see it. Here's my pagination component. For the pagination component, I needed two props. I needed the total number of pages, and then I need this on page change function. So I will show you. So on page number change, here in this actions object, I just added on page number change. Is already available for us to use. I didn't have to write it. And then I pass that in, and I also pass total pages. And the logic for total pages is this: total items. If it's less than, so default items per page, if you remember, is 12. I set it at 12 items per page. So if the total number of items are less than that, we're just going to say that it's 1. Otherwise, we're going to do total items divided by default items per page, which is 12. So in this case, it would be 94 is the total items, and then default items per page is 12, and I believe that came out to 8. It's rounded up. So that is our page count. So these are the two things I'm sending into our pagination component. The props are a little bit tricky to create if you're doing TypeScript. I'll show you the props here. So total pages is as a number, but this one, the way I went about this is I went into here, click on here, and this brings you into the definitions, and then you can just click and copy and paste the things that you need from here. Okay, so we're in search results. So let's go into the pagination component. This is the pagination component right here, and you can see that I got this from the Sitecore Search UI library, and they have some examples for us to copy and paste. That like so. You can also do, this is a different library, but it's also useful to see how it works. This is developers.sitecore cloud discover SDK. That one's also useful. You can see some examples of pagination in here. But let's just run through it real quick. So I imported the pagination root from the Sitecore Search UI, and then I passed it those two properties, total pages and on page change. And then it takes this argument, and then props.onPage is called in the callback. Yeah, so that is how that works. And down here, you're just mapping over pages. So each pagination item, each number, there's 8 of them. You'll just map through them down here and display them, and that's what we're seeing. In here. So this is what we're mapping over these 8 items. Yes, so that is the gist of it. I am going to turn off the camera again, and I'm going to polish it, make it look nicer, and I'll show you the results afterwards. Okay, so I am finished with the pagination. You can see here I have some logic here. So if I'm on one of the first 4 pages or 5 pages, I believe, or first 3 pages, I believe. If I'm on one of the first 3 pages, it will show the first 5, and then I can click through. I have some animations, so for a nice smooth scroll to the top. Go to page 3, and if I go to page 4, so it's the fourth one, and then you'll see this pattern. And if I go to the last page, it'll be the opposite, where you'll see the last 5 pages and it's this ellipsis. I will give you that code in the description. I'll show that to you in a bit. I'm not going to go over too much of the React stuff and the CSS stuff. Mostly focused on Sitecore Search, so I just want to quickly show some of the changes I made. Conditionally rendering this whole component just to make sure I have more than one page. And I'm using this use pagination hook to map over the page numbers. And I will post this code. I lifted it from a colleague. I will post this in the description if you'd like to use it. This is the, I'll also post this in the description. This is for that nice smooth scroll to the top. Just a nice little polish that you can add to it. And yes, essentially we're just mapping over the pages here, just like we were before, but we're getting the pages array from use pagination. And the big thing that you have to handle is just setting the current page. And there's various ways you can do that in React. Like I said, we're going to focus more on Sitecore Search rather than that stuff. I think that's about it. Yeah, so next time we are going to be setting up a crawler, and we're going to have a little input text here so we can input keywords and we can search all the documents on the entire website by keyword. Thank you.